much. We appreciate it.
Drew P. Ball, super sticker. Thank you, sir.
Oh, Drew, I'm sorry, buddy. You're about to hear from one of the Hever de Grace 5, and he is. You know what? Let's bring him on because I want to ask him how this compares. Now that we've talked about Craig, and what it really probably comes down to is that Craig's britches a little too small for him these days.
They're too big. I'm losing lots of weight. You know what I mean?
I have heard that. That's another thing. Craig's one of these guys on Ozempic.
Nope.
He's become a big star.
I'm not on Ozempic. I don't.
Yeah, he does Carl's show. He does the Ozempic. He's a big deal now, and he doesn't have time. He's gonna ditch me eventually.
No, never. I
And
said
he-
I would never.
the
I
people
said
he
I would
really doesn't
never
have time
leave.
for.
I said I would never leave, and that's true.
The people he really doesn't have time for are the peons, like Justin Trudell.
Oh, okay. Here he is. I got a bone to pick then. if
Hey,
that's
Justin,
the
You
case.
have a bone to pick, motherfucker. You have a bone to pick. You have a bone to pick with me? With me? No, Craig. No, Craig. No, Craig. You can't. No. You don't have a bone to pick with me, motherfucker.
All right.
I have a bone to pick with you.
All right. You're gonna read.
I have a bone to
Justin
pick
is
with
fired.
you.
I understand you have the bone to pick, but I did offer my services still.
Okay. So Craig and the Madoff Corporation have gotten into bed with something happening with Scott Stapp and the Cape Cod Premier League. I don't know what's going on.
He plays blueberry jam festivals all over the country.
Yeah. So
We
Craig,
don't have any witnesses here that have seen him, so it was advertised that he did play, but no one I know has seen him.
So Justin, I'm going to let you set this up, but I'll do the best I can to give you the floor here. Craig stole my idea for Gearhead meetups.
Correct.
Didn't ask me to be involved, shunned me from it, and
I mean, you would not have
chose
gone-
not to promote it on this show for some reason. But there was a contingency.
No, he did promote it on this show. He used your audience to promote this.
Oh,
this was
yeah,
happening.
we fucking go.
Oh, okay.
He mentioned that there was a Scott Stapp meetup happening in Falmouth
You
on this
stupid
program.
fucking face, dude.
So there was a Scott Stapp meetup happening in Falmouth. Any of you that went to the Brendan Shaw meetup that we did, obviously the Tom Myers Dat Fan meetup that we did, Matt McCusker we have done, and I think we'll do another serious one in the fall. I'm not exactly sure which yet, but we've got our sights set. Or you know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just say we're going to do it and then not. Justin, go ahead.
So, Craig,
Yep.
you host a podcast, very good show.
Thank
And
you.
I believe it was that's the name of the podcast. It's a very good show.
It's certainly not a description. Yeah.
Definitely not. If only it's almost like that was a mocking title I made on purpose. Continue.
So, are you familiar with what the June 12th episode was called? A very good show.
Yes, I do.
What was it called?
Something along the lines of Scott Stapp meetup or something like that.
VGS meetup.
Okay.
Do you know what the description of that podcast was?
Justin, why don't you tell us?
It was bullet point Scott, bullet point Stapp, bullet point rules, bullet point VGS meetup happening in August.
Can I ask, Justin, you're a little younger than me. You're more in touch with the kids. Are the bullet
Yes.
points to kind of show like attention, like guy, holy shit.
Yes.
Yes.
Scott fucking Stapp
God, fucking Stapp.
and VGS are finally crossing over.
You never thought you'd see it.
Okay, all right.
So,
So, Justin, you're telling me there was an episode dedicated to getting the loyal VGS followers
The
to go to
VGB.
site.
Now, don't
VGB,
talk
I'm
out.
sorry.
Yeah, don't talk out of turn here, Justin. You know that was the last 4 minutes of the episode.
Craig.
It was the title and description of the episode.
Yeah, we talked about Scott Stapp a lot.
Okay, guys, tentative
I hate
August
that one,
12th.
please.
We're going to see Scott Stapp.
All right. Lenny Clark said.
Okay. Pause.
12.
Pause.
Whoa.
Did I say tentative or
Hold on.
definitely?
Yeah,
Oh,
Craig, you might want to
Craig.
stand down for a minute.
That is the first clip.
I've heard some of these. I'm just a mediator here.
I will say too that episode we were mostly just playing Scott Stapp playing at like SeaWorld and
Yes.
Bacon Fest 2014. I don't know.
So So is your thing the entire thing that this entire thing was ruse? Because I have 9 clips here.
No, no.
Throughout
Hey,
the past
hey.
month.
Hey, I was planning on going until 4 days ago, where I'll get
That's the day
to.
before Matt's birthday. What day of the week is August 12th, 2023?
Yeah.
Saturday.
All right. I
My
mean,
sacrifice.
can we just more or
Now,
less
now
say we're
granted,
doing
this
that?
is the first episode.
Yeah.
This is the first time
We'll
you brought
discuss
this
in
up,
our
so I
office
can
after
understand
the
there being
show's over.
some.
The logistics.
Still
This is a
playing.
You said it was
horror
in
show.
Falmouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What
That's
we
what
play?
I don't know why I was still going.
Now, Justin, I would recommend we can get back to some of your other clips if you'd like, because I can tell Justin's very fired up. But I would
Mhm.
recommend clips 6 and 8 were probably where things really get good. So Craig's been promoting for weeks this Scott Stapp meetup.
It was mentioned on pretty much every single episode that
Yeah.
there was
Yeah.
going.
The chat, I
Um,
can see in the chat, my argument is backed up so far.
No,
Oh,
no.
interesting. Interesting.
Right.
That-
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
so
gotta
anyway,
say-
it did not happen. It was supposed to happen last
Mhm.
night. Craig
Mhm.
put out an episode on Friday, the day
Well, hold on,
before.
Justin, let's get
Yep,
there.
okay,
Let's get
okay,
there.
true.
Because I think Justin is backed up. Now I have a board of people. It's a very secretive group. They don't even know they're on it.
Mm-hmm.
That I kind of
You don't think?
Um,
You don't? Mm-hmm.
I take the temperature with them and see how Craig's doing over there on Very Good Show. And they're very disappointed with him as well. And these are VGS loyalists.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Justin has a point to be made here. So Justin, please.
I'm not saying he doesn't.
So you want
I'm about to shove some big fat idiots
Go to
under a
famous
bus, though.
places and that's it. That's all I do.
But yeah, so
This is
if you
from
guys want to
another
go,
This is the
we're definitely
worst thing
going.
ever.
It's gonna
so
be a
let's-
fair, so that kind of rules.
For
What time?
cops-
Hold on.
for
What time,
cops and
what time
firefighters.
does Scott Stapp go on?
I don't care.
You're just gonna
He's not gonna show up. That'd be the funniest part.
Oh, he will. he gets like $50 and like a meal ticket.
Oh, true. Yeah.
fucking chowder festivals and shit.
But that's actually happening. So,
Oh,
I'm gonna get.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
What
get
did
Matt-
I just hear?
I missed that one.
Justin, if you could go back just a
Fucking
bit.
chowder festivals and shit.
But that's actually happening. So,
The show
I'm gonna
itself.
I'm gonna get Matt front row Scott Stapp hammered.
It sounds like this is actually happening. That's what I heard.
Sounds like it's
Sounds-
actually happening.
It sounds like I was describing that the show itself was actually happening.
All right, Justin, clip number 8, if you wouldn't mind.
No. Just been on the fucking chowder fest, dude.
I'm gonna go. I'm not going through the Cape Cod Fairgrounds. I guarantee you can find cheaper tickets. But whatever, we're doing that, so you guys better get your fucking tickets, and you better all be there. else
Yeah,
you're-
you can buy mine though.
You're
You
fucking.
better
screwing
all
all
be
through
there.
with it.
hold on. I'll rewind that again, Justin. For, the
No, I
threats
heard
are what
it.
I'm most focused on. but-
I heard it.
Find cheaper tickets. But whatever, we're doing that, so you guys better get your fucking tickets, and you better all be there. Else
Yeah,
you're
you can buy mine though.
You're fucking. I'm gonna get all 3 with the Patreon.
Cool.
Whoa! I mean, put your cock away,
Um,
sir. My goodness, this is a family show. Jesus. We're gonna use the Patreon money we've been fleecing out of these people to get ourselves some tickets.
Yeah.
So that wasn't from the initial episode. That was from the one actually Mike had me listen to on the way back from
All
Madawaska.
right. Well,
Gay,
that's
Da-
now we're,
Gay David Hogg,
we're
where
losing me on your side here.
where all 3 of them, Craig, Matt, and Tim, say that they're planning on going to this event.
Yeah,
So
it was said pretty clearly, and it was also said under threat of the worst thing you could be in the VGS world, and that's if you don't buy tickets, you're gay. So the legitimate threats were made to get people to go to this thing.
I bought a ticket.
You did buy a ticket,
I did.
one for yourself.
Yeah. Because
Now that's suspicious.
well, Matt.
You say there that
You
you were
said
going to
you were gonna
buy
buy all
tickets
3.
for the boys.
Yeah, I know. Then Matt, I was gonna buy them.
What made you buy one ticket? Oh, Justin, there's a thread here we better pull on.
a thread?
Go ahead. Why'd you buy one ticket?
Well, I didn't actually end up purchasing it because Matt.
Okay. Justin, that was easier than I thought.
No. I
you
didn't-
just said you bought one ticket.
I know.
You
I
didn't
know what I
actually
said.
Purchase it?
I know what I said. So 2 days.
Well, I did look at the website.
So on the Patreon, when I find out that Matt can't go because he's got something in Connecticut, I already knew Tim couldn't go.
That's a bullshit excuse. Also,
What?
Why, something in Connecticut is not a great excuse.
I have his excuse here. It's not something in Connecticut. Where is it?
No, I'm not happy with this.
He
whole...
looks weird as fuck.
Oh, what up, guys?
I like that Justin leaves the color in to really paint the picture of what a
I know.
fun show
Is it
VGS is.
nuts?
It's got a lot of fat on either end
What's
of
going
these
on,
clips.
fellas? Oh, I guess we should say right off the bat, Scott Stapp is canceled.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, Justin? I'm
Fucked up.
sorry. Go
Man,
back a
fuck.
little bit because I meant. Shame on me. I meant to paint the picture here. Craig has been threatening his audience for weeks, saying, "You better go to this, you queers.
Yep.
Buy these tickets, you group of pole smokers, or else."
It's the first ever VGS
Yeah.
meetup.
Yeah,
It's
first
gonna be a
ever.
blast.
We've stolen Mike's idea, even though he's been very good to us. We decided to stab him in the back, and we're doing this.
It's at a
And,
fairgrounds in Falmouth.
yeah.
There's a couple clips where you guys say like, "Oh, it's going to be great. It's an all-day thing. We're just going to get shit-faced, rocking out to Scott's staff.
Having
It's going
fun
to be
with the boys.
going to be a great time. Going to be a great time. Be there. Be there. You're gay." And I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm not gay. I better fucking be there." So the
And
day,
Well, hold on. I'm just
Yeah,
setting
okay.
up the image here.
yes,
Because I'm picturing two things I've always fantasized about. I've never had the ability to do either of these, but I've always dreamed of them. One, I'm driving in my car, and two, I'm a listener of Very Good Show.
Fantasyland.
And so I've decided, hey, I bought my ticket under threat of death or sodomy or whatever the case may be. I bought my ticket to see Scott Stapp. I'm going to save my favorite podcast, Very Good Show, for the drive up on, when was the show? Today?
yesterday.
Last night.
Yesterday. Last night. So I'm going to save this podcast for the drive up. I get in the car and I hear this.
Oh,
We all can't be on top of it.
Greg, I swear to God.
Look at these two.
Weird as fuck.
Oh, what up, guys?
I'm whistling down the street.
Nuts.
The drip nuts. So what's going on, fellers? Oh, I guess we should say right off the bat, Scott Stapp is canceled.
Yeah.
Screech.
Not fucked up. And I'm not
I'm
going
already in
myself.
Cape traffic.
I have to turn around on the Mass Pike. Because I'm a fucking asshole that believed the ruse that you were pulling on people.
Unreal. So Matt can go see. So what is this band from Japan?
I have no fucking idea, dude. No
And
idea.
So he just and you know what my major point is that I think Matt got off way too easy off for this, and you
Oh.
are getting off way too easy on this as well.
I still said I was going.
No. Greg, you 100% said I'm not going to go
Tim
by
said the whole
myself.
time he wasn't going, so that's fine.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
I totally fucking
Okay,
dropped the
so
ball on that.
on the
Dude, I'm going to
Patreon
Connecticut. There's a band
and
from Japan
the-
who's never going to come here again.
the Patreon and the Twitter chat for the show, I was checking with everyone. I'm like, who's going? Because I'm still gonna go. No one was going. So I was like, all right.
Well,
it's-
I gotta say, this argument doesn't hold water because we're talking to a boy who's holding
Oh.
a singular ticket in hand,
that's nice. Well-
wishing he could have gone to a show.
So Justin texted me.
So I
that he's
texted him furious.
furious, and I was like, oh, you're going. Let's fucking go. That was my immediate response.
Well, my point to that is, where's
It's not a VGS meetup.
correct?
No, I agree with that.
I
You've
texted-
tarnished.
I texted you.
You've tarnished the VGS brand. With
I
this.
told-
I'm the only one that is responsible on VGS. So Justin's just taking his frustrations with Matt out on me right now.
Well, you should
No,
be. Theo. It's your show.
I put 80% of this on you.
It's your show. I put 100% on you.
No, that's fair. That's fair, I guess.
I texted you, WTF, Scott Stapp isn't happening. Shake my head. You said, fucking bullshit. Matt bailed because he forgot.
If people bought tickets for Havre de Grace and I was like, well, Craig can't go, so have fun down there, losers.
Well, I checked to see who would be going, and no one was going.
I guess Justin's done enough for you. Now I come from a world where, listen, it's all about perspective. Maybe I could teach you something here today, because on the Kirk Minahan show, this show that you're on right now would be considered nothing. Kirk just sold out a yet another live show, thousands of people he performed in front of. So when we get fucking 10 people to go see Brendan Schaub, Kirk would look at that as nothing. But to me, I can't treat it that way because that's the audience that I have. So you can't look at one person as, well, fuck that guy. Who cares about him? Because I'll speak for the Gearheads. We care about Justin Trudell, even if you don't.
No,
love
I see what Craig's saying here, where he's like, well, if you wanted to go, but then it's no longer. It's funny if it's a meetup where Matt bailed, so Craig's by himself, and then it's just me, and Craig look around and go, I can't believe we're the only people that showed up to this. If you already announced you're not going on the podcast, and then you're like, well, I'll go with Justin, then it's just me and Justin went to a Scott Stapp concert.
Right, because who knows? You said on the pod, maybe there are people that don't interact with you that were still like, yeah, I'm going to go. That seems like fun. There's probably some schmuck out there that was wandering around Scott Stapp looking for friends last
Worst
night.
case
In
scenario,
his very good show shirt.
you got to see Scott. You got to see Scott Stapp in his golden pipes. Worst case.
That's not much of an excuse to me.
Worst
I
case,
know.
worst case,
I mean-
you've made a mortal enemy with someone out there who now hates Very Good Show with a burning passion and is going to go.
I think more people
Postal.
hate Very Good Show with a burning passion than enjoy it.
I just
Justin,
think you did,
what does
you
this
did your most
mean?
loyal.
What does this mean to you?
It breaks my heart. It broke my heart to hear that.
My heart too. I get
Craig,
two fucking
you're the one who
thumbs I do a
just-
podcast with.
And also, like, just from a content perspective, it would have been like, well, Matt can't go. Looks like I'm going by my fucking self then. If anyone else wants to come, and then you could shit all over. You make Tim do all these punishments where he has to have fingers in his butt.
I don't make him. He's fucking pusses out, and we have to.
But I don't know. I think you got off way too easy on this. I truthfully don't think you wanted to. I think you thought to yourself, you're like, oh, fuck the VGB. Any of these people
Well,
want
that
to go.
is just
It
preposterous.
was a fuck you to the listeners. And I'll say,
I just saved a VGB member last weekend.
Craig saying I'm heartbroken too is kind of like if Alba was like, hey, we have to have dinner with my parents tonight. And I was sitting on the couch and I was like, I just can't do it. Listen, I'm in shambles over this, but I just can't do it. Meanwhile, I'm just eating pizza in my underwear.
Yeah, Box Eating Dad says Nancy Shannon was searching for you. That's very funny. Very funny image.
And I don't think there's been a more loyal supporter of the Very Good Show boys than me.
That's
I
a
agree with
fact.
that.
That's a fact.
And I was heartbroken, and it's going to take some time.
But
to
some might
mend.
say that you are feeding Matt's other interests by showing up at his concerts.
Neither of us know how to respond to that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeding his
Your
other
Honor,
interests.
Your Honor, I rest,
Preposterously
I rest
stupid.
my case.
Justin, do you have any other clips you'd like to play?
And I also think too
That's
that
the worst part. Stop playing my
see
me
here.
talking.
Oh, and in case you don't think like oh they canceled this. There's a bigger, grander scheme, grander plans.
GS Cruise would be fun.
That would be fun.
Well,
that
sure,
conversation
yes.
back in, like,
Yes.
15 years.
We play a game of like pin the dildo on Mike Harris or some shit.
If Mike doesn't go,
Who do
we're
they start
putting like
shitting on?
cutouts in every room, like you're hanging out with him.
Does Craig scroll Instagram and see
We'll have a
Bert
glory hole
Kreischer and
of
just think
We're-
like, I'm one step away?
I want to be that.
So I am going on a cruise next week to somewhere, Bermuda or someplace. I'm going Friday to Friday next week. Imagine on the way there, if it was the VGS cruise, me and my family would be driving there. And then we would hear on the radio, we'd go, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was just,
Craig's sailing away, waving at you. Bye-bye, Justin.
we're not going. Yeah, it turns out one of the line cooks can't make it. So
I tried.
me as the captain, what's the point in fucking doing this?
I tried to get everyone's input. Apparently, I forgot to ask Justin.
That is great. That is great with hindsight. That
But everyone's input, Craig, you have a podcast that goes out to the public and you say, hey, on the public platform, you're like, hey, people show up here. And then you ask
you
Box
better
Eating
do
Dad,
this
you
or
ask
you're
Box
gay.
Eating Dad in Long Island and McFuss Daddy in fucking Georgia. You're like, hey, so you guys going up to this thing, not thinking maybe you have a couple fans that are in Massachusetts or New Hampshire?
I asked around before I made the announcement, and no one was going.
asked around.
Asked
Brutal.
around.
I was so ready to just be shit faced with Craig.
What I
Just
love,
fucking
was too.
Hands in the air.
As soon as
what
you
I love
said
about that clip though is the guy you see before you is a man that's been beaten down and thought he had no one to go to the show with. But there was a moment where he's like, guys, when this Scott Stapp thing takes off, get ready to buy the yacht. We don't even have to rent it.
no. It was just gonna be fun.
We've got a cruise in the works.
It was gonna be fun seeing Scott Stapp, the smell of cow manure in the fucking air, pigs walking around, because that's all he can do now.
Hey, do you guys not only want to be trapped on a boat with us, but we're gonna, shove a wiffle ball bat up Matt's ass? Wouldn't that be fun?
Sad. I think it broke my heart. I called Mike. Mike's on vacation on Friday, and I call him, and I'm just in tears. I'm like, Mike, you won't believe what happened. He's like,
I had to
no.
console him.
He goes. Tell me it has nothing to do with Scott Stapp. I go, Mike, it has everything to do with Scott Stapp. It has everything to do with Scott Stapp.
I'm driving Alba's car home.
Yeah,
We gotta get back.
you can't see. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all very troubling.
But
Yeah, I agree with everything Justin said.
But how can you agree with what I said, Greg? You were the one who canceled it.
I can still agree with you. It's possible.
That it shouldn't have been canceled.
Well, I
But
said
we find out who
said
canceled this. He's in for something.
Justin, I'm
Like,
with you. We're gonna get this guy's
figure
head on a
this out.
skewer.
as soon as you said you were going, I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go."
But Craig, you don't see the difference between
I
canceling
know
it and then
the
being like, oh, me and Justin just ended up going to the Scott Stapp concert because I told everyone else not to. And also, like, I'm speaking right now for,
the tens of people.
For-
Yes, we got it.
for Bob,
He is. That's
for
true.
Bob in Middleborough,
Yes.
who might not have a Twitter presence, who doesn't have, and imagine his thought.
He's one of my favorites.
If
Bob
he
the
listens
Middle.
to, very good show the next week, and he goes, yeah, so you know how I said it was canceled? Yeah, so me and Justin ended up going. It's like you can't.
That's another good point.
As
But
soon
hey,
as
Justin, you know what? I'm as pissed about this as anybody, and I swear, once we find the bastard,
you gotta find someone that went.
we're gonna give him his comeuppance when we find this son of a gun that was running this thing.
All right, well, I guess I'll have to take a punishment and find the next Scott Stapp concert and go to it.
Well, here's what it really does, though. Here's where it damages the VGS brand. Is you already have this guy Tim,
Yep.
who says he's gonna do these punishments that you guys do,
Mhm.
and he never does them. And now it's just, oh, okay, top to bottom, this is a show that says they're going to do something and doesn't. That's the VGS brand now.
Yeah, I'll make up for it. Don't worry.
I got to do something. And I'm just saying, if Mike did this, you guys would have ripped him a new asshole.
There's also significantly more people that listen to this and would have gone.
You can't treat it like that.
That's true.
Because
That's
that's what I'm
stinking
saying
thinking.
about perspective. Where, if we did this to Kirk, or if I did this on this show and I brought it to Kirk's show, he would probably look at it and say, who gives a fuck? It's 12 people. I could sell it to Wilbur. But you can't think of your own
Twice.
show that way. You see?
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree. But Justin, rack your brain. I'll have to have my come to Jesus over this. So think of what I should do to make up for it.
Were there any other clips you wanted to play, Justin? Those were pretty scintillating.
This is how Craig sometimes starts
Come
the
shit
show.
and fart.
Come shit and fart.
Hell yeah.
Whoa! Justin, you
This
didn't brace me
nothing.
for shock.
This has nothing to do with the argument.
Justin,
Oh,
you didn't
shit,
get
the
me
guy
ready to
just
have my
play-
balls
The guy that
blown
plays in
off.
Iron Gate.
This has nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Wait, let me hear that again.
Now
and
it's just mean.
Let me hold on to my
Come
hat so my
shit.
hair doesn't blow back.
Fart.
Come shit and fart.
Hell yeah.
Whoa,
yeah.
these guys are nuts.
I'm not reading that. That's funny though.
I took work off last night. So excited. I was going to drive down, just get shit faced.
You
And
also,
also-
I would say you definitely owe Justin what
And
he
also,
would have
this is-
made a Grill on the Hill.
I think this was a shot at the police too. It was a police festival. It was like a Blue Lives Matter festival.
Really?
it
was it really?
Yes.
It was
Oh, so you
bands.
don't stand with the police?
It was bands for badges. I think it was what it was called.
Okay, so that's what this is about. Is you're kind of a Black Lives Matter guy.
That's right. That's
Defund the police.
Yes, that's right.
I see.
What are you saying? I owe Justin dinner at Grill on the Hill?
No, I think if Justin took work off, I think you owe him a night's pay.
Or how about let me produce Jerry's show once? Just don't tell him. let me hop on.
So
Let me just hop on and just have a good time with my pal Jerry.
I'm legitimately going on vacation on Friday.
So am I.
And then, oh fuck! I was gonna say it would be easy.
Craig, I'm telling you this now. Never have me on with Jerry. Okay, do not have me on with Jerry for your own sake.
I think you should.
Yeah, you'd get paid.
Craig, you wouldn't the next week for having me on. Is the problem?
Hey, as long as the show gets up, you know.
That's true. To get up, that's all that really matters. What are you looking for?
Well, how do we resolve this, boys? Justin, what could make it better for
Yeah,
you?
I don't know.
And keep in mind, you're speaking on behalf of all the fans here.
Yeah, no, I need my punishment.
I'm not sure. I mean, I saw a bunch of people in Plymouth last weekend, and I will say a couple of them came to me. I'm not going to say who. Makes a great pizza, but he came up to me. She's like, Justin, something's going on with VGS. He goes, something's going on with VGS, and
Yeah.
so I'm not sure what the punishment should be. I just know that for a show that used to rip on Mike Harris constantly, this is more egregious than any bomb Mike Harris ever
I say with certainty, Mike Harris would not have done this.
Correct.
He wouldn't.
Mike Harris wouldn't have let this happen.
Yeah, he wouldn't have. He would have said he was not going the whole time.
From the
Maybe,
beginning,
maybe so. We wouldn't have gotten anyone's hopes up. That's for sure.
Booler super chat. Does Carl work a puppet as well? I don't remember what we were talking about. Dang lizard, €2 pounds. I don't know that symbol. I will never know it. This is all work. And the ghost, Matt from Rhode Island. Justin is the goat.
This is all a work. Like we're finally we're cashing in on the market that wants to hear Justin and Craig go at it.
Dang lizard, €5 pounds. You broke my heart, Craig. I was waiting all alone, very clearly from Europe.
Hey,
That's a problem.
That's what I think is we're gonna
Craig,
find people are gonna
was-
come out of the woodwork.
Very good show. More like very scam show.
Yes.
I've been to podcasts, live podcasts before, where people flying in from across the world, from Australia, from Canada, from California, from
Well, I gotta
Florida.
say, just this week I saw the Legion of Skanks in Hampton Beach. I didn't message them beforehand and say, "Hey, everything's still okay."
Ooh, you were there?
I
And
was.
did you see a certain someone in a leather jacket making out with Lewis on stage?
That was a different show.
Ah,
Yeah.
damn. I
Yeah,
needed.
yeah.
needed
Yeah,
proof.
Chef Lewis was apparently on stage at the Legion of Skanks show. But but my point is, I go to shows. I don't usually DM the guy beforehand and say, "Just so you know, I'm going to be there."
Neither
in case
do
you're thinking
I.
of canceling.
Neither do I. Craig, when I went to the
Very
Matt's,
small scale. Very
Matt's,
small.
Matt's, but Craig, stop with that stinking thinking for the 20th time. Stinking thinking, the small scale. When I went to the Iron Gate show, I just showed up. I didn't announce to everyone, "Hey, I'm going to be here." It sounds weird to be like, "Hey, I'm coming to this." If it's an open invite. But
Mr. CK, lest you cancel the show this evening, I'm going to be there.
I'll be there.
breaks my heart.
Yeah, it is troubling.
I agree.
I like the guy saying this is a work. I can't get over that. As if this
I
is like
know.
a real.
This is.
I mean, it is very real, but it's not like we're pretending.
This is the most important thing that ever happened in the history of Earth.
Well, again, you should be a little more broken up about it. I think me and Justin should be able to laugh about it, but
Oh, I'm laughing that this is a subject.
see, that's
That's the
what
fucked
troubles
up part.
us.
I
That's
agree
what-
with
that's-
it.
that's
though.
what troubles
I
all.
get it. I get it.
Do you though?
Yes. I do.
What are the reparations?
Justin's gonna think of it, and I'll
What?
do it.
Oh, so now I got to work for the fucking VGS
I
now.
mean,
Now I got to come
Jesus
up.
Christ,
Now
have
I'm
you
the
not
co-
done
now I'm
enough
the
for the
program
show?
director. I just like to be a fan, go to Stapp meetup, and now I'm tasked with, okay, Justin, here's a list of what you need to do.
Yeah. VGS. Justin will think of it.
I'll think of something. I'll check his tour dates. I'll go. Figure it out.
Yeah. So here's what I think: is we're gonna start hearing from people coming out of the woodwork saying, "Mike, I didn't realize you were associated with this ne'er-do-well. I was at the Scott Stapp show looking for him. Couldn't find him."
He usually wears shirts that have his show's name in gigantic letters on it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, people were definitely wandering around. Craig? Craig?
Is that you?
It was like Craig's children are probably doing right now. Daddy, where are you on a Sunday? That's what these poor people were like.
Sad.
It was
All
a
right,
fucked
Justin,
up-
anything else?
Yeah, I was trying to send a super chat earlier with your Venmo information, but YouTube won't let me send that. So I was going to send,
You don't
for
have
those listening at home, if they'd like to support the podcast, Venmo at Blind Mike Geary.
to. Thank you very
but
much.
for some reason,
You don't have to pay this
YouTube won't
program.
do
We
that.
appreciate it, but thank you.
Yeah, that's how every show goes. Mike just goes, Justin, please stop paying me. And then he just continues to do it.
All right, Justin, you want to hang around, or is that you probably can't stomach this guy any longer?
It's tough to look at him.
This
I
is
understand.
disgusting. We
It's-
look
enjoy-
related.
Enjoy your Sunday, buddy, and try to recover. Try to find a show that can fill the void for you.
Thank
Justin,
you, Mike.
please try deep in your heart to forgive me.
I don't know.
You haven't done much to warrant forgiveness,
I don't
really.
know.
He's
Laughing at my face.
Pass the buck.
Once we find who's responsible for this.
Yeah, you pass. Craig's like OJ. He's like, you know what? I'm dedicating my life to finding this son of a bitch.
Very funny.
Thank you, Justin.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Craig.
Bye, Justin.
tr-
Thank you for
trying my
joining.
best. It's hard to have to do a show with this guy. Finish out the show now with a guy like this.
Untrustworthy.
Jesus. Yeah, no, we're gonna nail down this cocksucker that scammed everyone. Craig
That's
swears.
We'll find him. I blame Matt mostly, but I did fuck up.
Well, speaking of Matt's, Matt Rife is being used.
What?
You know what you should have
What a
done?
fucking segue.
You know what you should have done is just made a post on Instagram and included Matt Rife and said he was going to be at the Scott Stapp show.
I know. I was trying to get tickets, but they were all gone.